Hello all, this is Dr. Buoni. I will be your instructor for summer BIO125. I'm assuming most of you are pre-service nurses, so as a husband of a 22-year veteran nurse, you're entering a totally awesome career, and I'm happy that I can help you to get there. So, first of all, the course, all the courses are the same, I should say, all the sections are the same, so there are lecture videos in there made from a colleague of mine, and so you will notice that no, I did not have a voice change to a female. We design everything, but these videos were made by her so that every single section is the same for every student. So there's no, difference in any of the assignments, regardless of what section you're in. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we'll do is click Content. And you'll see that so far you're going to be able to see just what you need to see for basically the first couple weeks. So what you'll see here, by the way, there's an orientation video that you're literally watching now, so that will be there. But this is literally what you need to do. Everything for every single week is outlined, and I'm going to kind of show you that. So as far as your week 0, which is now, you're going to watch this. You're going to read about me, which there's not much to read. It's more so just how to contact me. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule. So literally everything over here is also to the left. Let's go right to a couple of the things of importance. Number one are the expectations, and then the schedule. So if I click on this one, so this is basically, I'm not going to read all this to you. You can read it on your own. It explains kind of how everything is graded. That's the most important part of it, clearly, so you understand exactly what the points are. You must pass lab and lecture independently to pass the course. So all of these 75% summative assessments, tests, and quizzes, you have to get at least a 70% on them to pass the course, and you also have to get at least a 70% on the lab assessments, exams, reports, activities. So that's one of the policies of the college, 90, 80, 70, 60. And so you can see here that this just kind of goes through the rest of the college stuff, and I will get to more detail. So moving down the list, this is probably one of the most important documents. If I'm you and I use a Google Calendar all the time, or if you have a agenda book, you're definitely going to want to write these dates down. This is exactly what you have to do. This course is very clearly organized. You can see here that the week 0 work, which is in here, and has to be finished by the 25th. That's 3 days from now. By the way, it'll take you probably an hour, maybe, to do all of it. And then we get right into the work for the first unit. So you'll notice that all of the work for every unit is due the day of the exam. So the first exam is June 1st, and the second exam is June 2nd. So all this stuff in blue is due on June 2nd. This is July 2nd. So you kind of get the idea here how this goes. So everything is organized so that you have flexibility in your schedule. That can also be dangerous. You want to be careful not to wait till the last day to try to do or learn several chapters worth of difficult information. I'm a pretty smart guy. You're pretty smart people. I don't know that I could learn all this in one day. So please make sure you're spreading this out in a way that does not have you doing all the assignments right at the very end. So after you have done that, again, this is literally going right down the list. So all the work I suggest would be going right down the list. You have a quiz on the orientation video that you're watching right now. And so it's very fundamental. It's questions like, is there a required textbook? And basically you watch this, you'll be fine. Moving down the list from this schedule, you can look at tips for success. That's just more so Delaware Tech's things about what we use for preparing for exams, how the resources are used, how much time we suggest that you spend, other study tips, etc. Also, you can go ahead and look at minimum tech requirements. That's from the college. If you want to go ahead and see what is actually in the course syllabus, the syllabus is designed by the college. This is basically all the information that they expect that you're going to know. There's that. And then the other two assignments that you have during week 0 are in orientation to McGraw-Hill Connect and registering for Connect. Now, you all hopefully have a code that came with the textbook that you got from the bookstore. You really technically only need the code. It comes with an online free textbook. So you could have gotten the textbook and the code or just the code, but you absolutely need the access code. And literally clicking on any of these assignments, you could literally go down to any of the labs or any of the anything. Anytime you click on a McGraw-Hill assignment like this and you click launch, it's automatically going to set you to register for the course. Now, of course, I'm already in the course, so you're not going to see the screen that I see. You're going to see one that says, hey, you're trying to sign up for Dr. Buoni's BIO125. Register here. And that's where you can put the access code in that you got from the bookstore. Or if you didn't get it from the bookstore, you literally can just buy it in here. If you don't want a physical paper textbook, if you have a credit card on you, you can literally just go in, click the launch button. It'll open up McGraw-Hill. It'll get your information. It'll say, hey, you can pay here with a credit card, and then you have access that way. It'll give you all the access to the exams, the assignments, the labs, the text, all of it is in there. Also, if you don't yet have money, or if you ordered a textbook and it's not here yet, you get 14-day free trial, a courtesy free trial while you're waiting for that. So there's no excuse not to get started today. You can either use the code, the scratch-off code that came from the bookstore, you can buy this book and all the codes in McGraw-Hill, or you can do the 14-day free trial if you're waiting for that. However, here's what I will say. Once you start all these assignments, you must do the assignments from D2L. In other words, you could potentially do this. And by the way, don't do this. I could go to McGraw-Hill Connect, and I can and you can go here and you can log in, and your login information will work. Only go there to see how you did on quizzes or exams or any comments that were made. Don't perform any assignments by going to McGraw-Hill, the website. Do all of the assignments in D2L. And the reason why, if you do them in D2L, it will automatically grade them and put the grade into the grade book. For those that are straightforwarded, we've already put in what the right answers are. So it will not grade it if you don't do it in D2L. So it's very important for you to do that. Okie dokie. So if you kind of go through and see, this is what you have to do for the week 0. There's a registration for McGraw-Hill. One of the assignments is an orientation McGraw-Hill. You'll watch a few videos on that. And then you'll finish the quiz. And those are the major things that you want to do besides reviewing everything else. So that's basically week 0. If you have any issues, you can email me here. You can also email me, obviously here's another one. I have two. Both of these emails go to the same thing. I prefer email. The college prefers that we communicate via email. Please use your Delaware Tech email. I have had many students email me with like, SusieFastCar47@gmail, and it goes to my spam. So go ahead and make sure that you use the Delaware Tech email system to do that. Okie dokie. So that is the intro to the first part of the course. Let's take a look real quick at what these infectious diseases are, and then I'll go into the rest of the stuff. So if we took a look at the schedule, let's go to just Unit 1. You'll see here that we have lab activities, right? Lab 1, 4 parts of them. You have lecture activities for that chapter. Then you have Lab 2 activities for Chapter 2, lecture activities for Chapter 2, a quiz and exam. That's what you have to do. So where do you find all this stuff? Basically, where you would find it would be Unit 1 or Exam 1 stuff. So I'm going to skip over labs right now just for a second, and I'm going to go down here. And this is literally everything you need to do for Exam 1. It's literally right in order. So the suggested way that you would do this would literally to go right down here, look at the to-do list. This is what you have to do. There's your time frame for it. Things that you have to do. This is what you should watch and read. This is what's actually graded. So, for example, I would recommend going right to the first thing, the link to Chapter 1. This is the actual textbook. It's the link to the Chapter 1 of the textbook, and you can go ahead and begin your work in the animated textbook. The textbook has built-in, you can see it's all built in here. Everything is nice and good. So you can go ahead and start that, and you can go ahead and get to the next page, and there's your textbook. Great, everything's awesome that way. So once you've done that, you can see then you have a link to Chapter 1 worksheet, which will go ahead and download on your computer. And then once you've done that, there is a link to the PowerPoint, which you can then download on your computer. There it is. Notice I'm just going down the list. Then we have the lectures themselves. So if you want to lecture on Part 1 of Chapter 1, here it is. And this is my colleague's voice. We designed these. She designed almost all of them, by the way. They're fantastic. So they're fairly short, which is good. But those are all the parts of Chapter 1. Then we have other shorter videos for you to watch on certain topics that are included in your textbook. This one happens to be on food spoilage. I'm just kind of fast forwarding here. So once again, you can see that this is what the main work that you want to do for the chapter. And this is the stuff that's graded, because this is in the grade part of the unit. Obviously, it's going to say Smart Book Chapter 1 and Chapter 1 homework. And so, again, as you go down the list, actually, here is Chapter 1. This is the book itself. This is the Smart Book assignment. This is the homework. Notice they are literally just right down the list. So this is how you can organize all your work, by literally just going right down the list. And then by the end of this, you'll notice, by the way, due dates are all June 4th. There is your exam where you would take it from here. So I'm also going to be including one other little thing, which is a little short one question proctorio setup. So basically the exams are proctored through online software that looks at your, it locks your keyboard, so you can't do Control-Alt-Delete, or you can't open up two browsers, or you can't copy-paste anything. It activates your web browser. No one is looking at you while you take the exam. It's recorded by the computer. And if there's anything it's unsure of, like if you keep staring down, or you keep, leaving the room and coming back, it will flag us to take a look. So just don't cheat. But there's going to be, in a week 0, one little teeny extra assignment in red that literally is just going to be a one-question quiz, and the answer to the quiz is yes. The question is going to be, can you read this quiz? And you say yes. That is going to test your computer to make sure that everything works before you actually take the real exam. So that'll be in week 0 by the time you watch this video. So you can see how well everything is organized. Very straightforward. And there's the to-do list for Chapter 2. There's what you're going to go ahead and watch. And these are all your graded assignments. Again, everything is just literally right down the list. So obviously the last thing I didn't talk about are these infectious disease body systems and the labs. So let me go ahead and just go through the labs. Obviously the labs are here. All of the labs are here. So these would be your lab 1. There's several of them in your lab 2. You just literally click on it. You would literally launch it, and then you would go ahead and do the labs. The labs are fantastic. They are basically virtual point of view, so you're actually physically doing stuff, like you're picking up a pipette, you're pouring things. It's pretty awesome stuff. So that's where you would access the labs. Now, last little thing about infectious diseases. If I go back to the schedule, it keeps saying at the end of these, make sure you read page 4. At page 4, these are infectious disease body systems that are due at July 30th. So these are Smart Book chapters 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21. They're due July 30th. So you want to make sure that you are not doing them like on July 30th. You want to kind of spread those out. And where to find those obviously would be here, infectious disease body systems. And basically it's just saying here they all are, bam. So what you'll notice about this course, everything is organized from each folder all the way down. You want to know it's exam 1, you open that up, you literally do everything straight down. Oh, there's a little boo-boo, by the way. I'll move this thing down to chapter 2. But that is how the course is organized, and that just about covers. There's a couple other little things. So there are several resources that the college offers that you can go to in some of these other links for tips of success and whatnot. There's tutoring, food pantry, mental health resources, a discount at Amazon Prime, services for veterans, emergency financial health, free Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, discounts for Dell and Apple products, you name it. You being a student gives you all of those, which is awesome. So this is just a little intro. So where we go from here, obviously, if you need any questions during any of the help or during the semester, please email me to set up either an email so I can just email your questions if it's that way, or if you want to meet, if you're having issues with some particular chapter, I'd be happy to Zoom with you. The Zoom meetings are by appointment. So hopefully this helped, and if you need me, you know where to find me. All right, let's get going.